Do you ever get to that point where you feel like you're at a breaking point, where your current position is so tiring? Anything you do in that position is exhausting. Do you get to that point? I do get to those points. And I realized that the real way to grow is to change. That's the real way to grow. You have to change. You have to be a different personality entirely. And it all starts with your mindset. Okay? As difficult as it seems, it's not. It's an easy step if you're willing to follow it. Change your mindset. Before we go into our topic of today, I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like this video, turn on your post notifications so that you are notified whenever I post a new video. And if this video gets at least 10 likes, I'm going to be dropping part 2, and that will be more interesting. But watch this one to the end, because you cannot get there until you watch this. Okay, you have to crawl before you walk. The first tip that I have prepared today on changing your mindset is get comfortable with failure. I know you've heard it a lot. I know you've heard it 1,000 times, but you can't skip the process. You have to go through the process. You have to walk through the process. So as long as you keep hearing this, as long as you're not ready to take the steps, you're going to continue to hear it. Get used to the word failure. You cannot just escape it. Failure is a must in life. And if you don't fail, there's no way you're going to grow. Get used to the word failure. You have to get used to it. You have to fail to grow. You know, our fear of failure is probably based on how we grew up, hearing a lot of stuff, hearing a lot of things, especially our parents. I came from a family that believes in 9 to 5. That's where I came from. And personally for me, I believe it's the fear of failure, because there's no one person in my family that actually cares about going to business because they're scared of failing. But growing up, I grew up thinking, okay, I'll go to that direction also, the 9 to 5 direction, and live a stable life on a stable income. But you get to think about it after a while. Growing up, I was like, I don't want to live my life like this. I want to have freedom to do what I want to do in my life. I want to have the freedom to travel, to see life from another angle. Working a 9 to 5 like they are doing is not even, in my own eyes, it's not charming. It's not something that I want to do. It's just a comfortable life, and I don't want to do it. So the fear of failure will be the only thing to stop you from chasing that dream. What you need to do is fuck it. Don't be scared of failing. It's a normal process in life. So I don't know how else to stress this word, but don't be scared of failing. That's all I have to say about it. Unlearn everything you've learned. You're starting afresh. If you feel like that position you are in right now, it's no longer nice, you don't want to be there anymore, then it means everything you have in your head, you don't want it anymore. Not everything per se, but a lot of things you've learned, you don't need them anymore. So begin to unlearn them, begin to drop some things and install new things. Your brain is just like a computer. You bring in what you want to bring in, you install what you want to install, you delete the unnecessary things from your computer. Alright, if you can do that to your laptop and your phone, what about your brain? Do you keep every unuseful information you hear? Do you keep it in your head? You don't have to, because your brain will definitely take them. If you keep learning unnecessary things, your brain will keep installing unnecessary things. So when you start wanting to do something important, you have to unlearn some things. You have to just stop, catch yourself and be like, okay, I'm ready to start afresh and learn new things in my life. So unlearn all the things you've learned, because you're starting afresh. This is a new journey for you. You're starting afresh. Readopt a hobby you used to love as a child. What I know is, as kids, we weren't scared. We didn't have that, oh, what if we fail? What if I fail? You're a child, you don't know about failure. You're confident. You just try things. You just want to do things. Personally, I just want to do things. I'm not scared of failing. You become scared of failing when you start growing up and you start failing, you start seeing people fail. That's when you start failing. But as a child, there was something you loved to do. You loved it so much. But growing up, you had to leave it, or maybe because it wasn't feeding you, you weren't making money out of it, or you just grew bored of the hobby. Readopt it again and see what will happen. Start from there. We are changing our mindset, aren't you? You're trying to find out, okay, what's your purpose? What's going to make you feel happy? That's what we're trying to find out, right? Readopt a hobby you used to like as a child. Start doing it and see if you like it again. See if you have so much passion for it again. That way you'll be like, okay, I like it. If you don't like it, it's fine. You can also drop it. Remember, we are learning. We are unlearning some things, and we are learning new things. So it doesn't matter. If you don't like it, you can drop it. But start readopting little habits that you used to do. Good ones, little hobbies you used to do when you were younger. Because then you weren't scared of failing. That's why you're doing them. You're having fun doing them. So if you remove that part, the fear and everything, and see if you still like the hobby. Improve the way you speak to yourself. Improve the way you talk. You are what you say to yourself. Your brain is going to capture anything you say, negative or not negative. Your brain is going to take it and believe it. It's going to actually start processing that, and you're going to start thinking of yourself as that. Talk to yourself with love. Maybe you grew up from a home with so much trauma where there was less love, and you grew up hearing you are useless, you are worthless, you are this. Growing up, you start believing those things, especially when maybe you write an exam and you fail. Oh my God, they told me I was useless. So yeah, of course I'm proving to them that I am. But you're an adult now. You might not even be an adult, but at least you're old enough to know that you are not what they say you are. You are not those things, those words they used on you. That's not who you are. So speak positive things to yourself. Be nice to yourself. Talk to yourself with so much love, because you are what you say you are. You have the power to destroy you. You have the power to build you. It starts with you. Work on your mindset. Tell yourself that I am enough. I am worthy. I can do it. I can do whatever I put my mind to. Where my focus goes, my energy flows. Tell yourself this every day, and you'll see how unstoppable and how powerful you're going to become, because you are what you say to yourself. Say nice things to yourself. Listen to empowering podcasts. Listen to podcasts that's going to empower you. Not every podcast out there is saying the truth, mind you, but listen to what you want to listen to and pick out what you want to pick from it. You don't have to. I'm not saying install everything you're going to hear from those podcasts. No, pick out what is most important to you. Listen to them. Wake up, meditate, listen to those podcasts. Go to bed listening to it. You might think that you're sleeping, your subconscious, you don't know what's happening, but your subconscious mind is listening. You wake up feeling refreshed because you've listened to empowering things. You don't wake up feeling so down. You wake up with good ideas of things you want to do with your life. Remember, you're trying to change your mindset. So listen to empowering podcasts that's going to help shoot your life to a bigger picture that you've ever imagined. What I want you to do is develop an attitude of abundance. Develop an attitude of, I can have so much in this life. If you think small, you are going to be small. So change your thinking. Don't think small. Tell yourself, if your dream is to become a YouTuber, tell yourself, I'm worthy to have 100 million subscribers on my channel. Tell yourself that. You have to enlarge your vessel. You have to enlarge your mind, your brain, and everything about you. Be able to accept bigger things into your life. Don't think small. If you're setting goals for yourself, set huge goals. I'm not saying just set them without a way of achieving them. Set them. Think of a way to achieve them. Start working towards it. Set up abundance. Have the mindset of abundance in you, because if you don't have the mindset of abundance, there's not going to be enough room to fit in everything you want to do, everything you want to do in life, because there's no room. Remember in the Bible, I know I'm digressing a little, but stick with me. In the Bible, Elisha said to the widow who was in debt, and she and her son were about to be sold into slavery. Elisha said to her, get vessel, get enough vessel, so that the oil that's going to be poured on you will be so much the vessel will be able to carry it. What did she do? She went and she borrowed containers and borrowed everything. She was collecting oil from a small jar, but she was turning it into a big jar, big vessels. What if she didn't have those vessels? Where would the oil go? Your blessing, your gift will be as small as the vessel that you have to carry it. It's going to be as small as that. That's why I want you to develop an abundance mindset. If your mindset is big enough to carry the big things, trust me, you're going to get those big things, because you have an abundance mindset. If that woman didn't go about to borrow a lot of jar, a lot of vessel to pour those oil in, if it's one small bucket she has or one small vessel she has, she pours that oil in it, then that's it. It's enough. She has gotten enough. If it's raining and you put a cup outside, that's all you're going to get out of the whole rain that fell. Just that cup of water, because that was all you put out there. That was all you have to put out there. But if you put in a big rubber, there's a lot of rain fell, so your rubber is also going to be full. Because of the small cup you put out there, maybe it just sprinkled. It didn't sprinkle. Okay, it rained heavily, and because of what you brought out, because of the way your mindset is, that's how your blessing is going to be. I digressed a little, but I know you got something out of what I've been saying. All you have to do is develop a mindset of abundance. You can get what you want to get out of life. You are your biggest problem. You are your biggest cheerleader. You are everything you say you are to yourself. So tell yourself that, okay, I got it, I can do it. Then go do it. Go do it. Alright guys, this is just a few tips I prepared right now. If you, like I said earlier, if this video gets 10 likes, I'm going to be posting part 2, and that will be so interesting. So stick with me guys. Bye.